G'day everyone! Well, a few weeks ago I had purchased this KaiserCraft Die Cutting and Embossing Machine. Now, I didn't have a chance to actually do an opening of this, but today I thought I would because I hadn't used it as yet. I have seen this in pink as well, but I actually got this from the KaiserCraft store at Ipswich in Queensland. Now, I did get it on special, and I'm sorry my camera is gone as far out as I possibly can. It retails for $99. Now that is in Aussie dollars, but I got it for half price because KaiserCraft had a 50% off sale off KaiserCraft items. It does come with a 12-month warranty as well. Now, I thought I would just do an unboxing of this because I did have someone ask me if I could do an unboxing. Now, I do have a Sizzix Big Shot, but I thought this would be great to have as a second machine as well. And I might actually set this up actually on my craft table where I work. So, because my Sizzix is a little bit longer. So, let's get it open. Okay, and I do apologise again. There we go. I haven't opened this at all. So, you are seeing me opening it for the first time. Okay, so it does come with instruction pads and all that, so that's in a bag, so I'll open that up in just one tick. It does come with a handle, so some assembly is required, and I'm sure I can do that on my own. Now let me just get this out, just easy to get out. So it's really well packed as well, and I think this is a great size machine. As it does say, it's a DIY cuts by KaiserCraft. Now, it is fairly solid as well. I do like that about this. It's nice and heavy and solid. Let's get this open. So it does come with a Allen key, and it will go on where this little black bit sticks out here. So in the middle here, you'll see that there is a little hollow bit and for the screw here to go into. But first of all, what I will need to do is pop this on. Now I can see that it will only go on one way. Okay, so this is a bit of an oblong shape. So you'll just put it on until it actually fits in, just like that. And then with the screw, just pop it in. And I normally, what I do is I turn it anti-clockwise just for a split second, just for it to find the thread, and then I'll just screw that in clockwise. And then what I can do is just get my Allen key here and just finish off. So most die machines, when you actually purchase them, they are packed for convenience and shipping and that. Now there is a little bit of a green plug here, and that is just to cover up this here. So you can see that there's two lugs here and there's two hollow lugs there. So I'll just pop them in just like that. Okay, and that's all there is to it actually. So it is a metal handle to wind it. It's good because this will rotate freely from this, so that's good. Okay, now with the Allen key, I do make sure that I do put this away just in case the handle does come loose over time, and they do come loose. It is a really good idea to do a check of your die cutting machines every now and then just to make sure that everything has been tightened up. And I just tightened this up to finger tight, so don't over tighten these because you can ruin the thread as well. So let's pop that aside. Now, what's in the bag? Let us have a look. And I'm really impressed because it is really well packed. So if you are starting out in card making or just want to dabble in die cutting, okay, this is a good die cutting machine to look at getting. I am going to have this on my desk because it is a nice compact size. So, and I'll do a comparison to the size to my Big Shot in a tick. So we have a user manual here. So what's in the box? So this actually does come with the base plate. There's the base plate there. It also comes with an adapter plate, which a lot of other die cutting machines you actually have to purchase separately. So metal adapter plate, and I like this because it actually is very well labelled with what's what. So then we have a adapter plate C. We have a cutting plate B. And we have another cutting plate B. Okay, so the difference between the cutting plate B and C is the thickness. So I don't know if you can see that, but the adapter plate C is thicker than the cutting plate B. So just let me grab my ruler, because it doesn't say how thick it is. So it looks like it's a 5mm thickness adapter plate C. And this one here, it looks like it is 2mm. So once again, you have one adapter plate C, okay, and two cutting plate Bs. So one adapter plate C, two cutting plate B, a metal adapter plate, and your base plate. Okay, so that's what comes in this. Now, it does come with a warning, so I do emphasize that if you have never used a die cutting machine before, please read the instruction book, okay, before you do start. Okay, so it's just got about the assembly of your machine, which I've already done. Okay, it goes through the cutting sandwich, your base plate, adapter plate C, your decorative die facing up, your cardstock, and then the cutting plate B. So it looks like that you will never cut into the thick adapter plate C. Okay, so when we talk of a sandwich, this is the sandwich that we actually will make. Base plate, then we need the thick adapter plate C. We'll just get a die actually, and I've just purchased this KaiserCraft fob watch actually, so I'll give that a go. Okay, so my die is facing up. Okay, so what I mean by that, you'll have a smooth side and then you'll have a side with ridges in it, and this is what actually cuts the paper. So we'll put that down. We'll put our cardstock on top, just like that, and then it says the cutting plate B. Okay, and that's my sandwich. So it does say to position the base plate on a flat surface as well when you start, so make sure that it is flat. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to feed this through. Okay. Now the cracking that you hear is normal. Okay, so, and it can be a little bit tight, but that is okay. You don't want to force your sandwich through if this isn't going to freely turn. Okay, so as you can see, it's also cut into my cutting plate. That's what I want. So let's have a look at it. Now I do have it's a good idea to get one of these as well. You don't have to. Get my tool out. Now I've just put that through one pass, and as you can see, that's cut out fairly good. So I'm really pleased with that. I think this would be a great addition to my crafting room. Okay, so just pop that aside. So there's different sandwiches that you can have as well. So that one there is a decorative die. The next one is for wafer thin dies. Okay, intricate cutting dies may also benefit from additional of die release paper. Okay, so what that means is if you've got intricate wafer thin die, okay, so what it is saying, now let me see if I've got an intricate. So I've got a doily die here. It is a very intricate die here. So it's saying it's the base plate first, then we'll pop down the adapter C, and we're going to use the metal adapter plate. Now this is very, very thin. Okay, so we'll pop that down. We're going to put our cardstock down, and this one we're going to put the decorative die cutting face down. So we'll pop that in, and then we're going to put a cutting plate B on the top. Okay. So you just push it in until the handle comes. Just turn the handle and just wind it, and you'll hear the cracking of the die. Now I'm only just going to put that through once, and let's see how it turns out. Okay, so I'll just cut that away. That comes away really fine. Now you'll see that it has marked the metal plate. That's fine. I'll just move this out of the way. Okay. Ooh, now that's not too bad. Now they're poking through. Now look at that. That's with one pass through this machine here. So that is fantastic, that. Now I haven't used this die before, and I think it's one of my no branded dies that I'd received. So that has just fallen out. Now you can get release paper as well, and KaiserCraft do release paper. And this is my release paper here. So I got it because I loved the font on it. So you could actually do that, and you would actually put it between the die and the paper. Okay, so that's another way that you can do that. So that is really, I'm really happy with that. That's fantastic. Okay, so the last thing that we normally do with our die cutting machines is we do embossing folders. Okay, so I've got a set of embossing folders here, and these are the KaiserCraft ones. So let's do that. So I've got my cardstock here, and what we're going to do is our embossing sandwich here. So we're going to do the base plate first, then we're going to do a cutting plate B, then we're going to put our embossing folder in. So I'm just going to put this in, and this is just a KaiserCraft. I think this is a Tim Holtz one actually. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm going to pop my embossing folder down, and then I am going to put another cutting plate B on the top, just like so. Okay, so that's my sandwich. So let's pop this through. Okay, and just push it in till the handle comes. Okay, and it's fairly easy to put through. Embossing folders shouldn't take much to put through. Okay, so they shouldn't be hard to pop through. So let's just undo that, and there you go. Okay, so overall I think this is a fantastic machine actually. It does everything that I want, and I'm going to put it on my desk here. I'll just grab my Big Shot so you can see the difference in size. So this is my Big Shot here. So it is quite bigger, okay, as well. Don't mind my plate, it's a fairly used one, but I would say let's just measure my Big Shot. Okay, so without the plates it's going to measure about 36 centimetres. And I am just going to measure the inside here. So that's 16 centimetres. This one here, yep, from end to end is roughly 27 centimetres. And inside, it's going to be slightly smaller. I'll measure this one at 15 centimetres. It's a great size for your desk. Now I do have the KaiserCraft Sidekick as well, and I find this is great for those smaller dies. I use this a lot for my alphabets dies and that when I'm doing things. So each die machine does have its uses. So I'm really happy with this. I'm going to sit this on my crafting table here, and I'll probably use this quite a bit actually, so I think it is really good value for money even at $99. But sometimes KaiserCraft do have sales on at 50% off as well, so that's something else to look out for as well. But for a first time die cutting machine, if you're just starting out in crafting, I think this is great value. Anyway, I hope that has helped. I'd love to hear your comments in what type of die machine you've got and what you think of this. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell just below here. And until next time everybody, happy crafting. See ya!